My teenage to early young adult years were challenging mentally. I attempted to commit suicide because of depression, hurt, and pain. I've been verbally and domestically abused. At the age of 17, I was locked up inside my ex-boyfriend's home. I was beaten, raped, and almost killed. It took a toll on me mentally. 2 years went by, then I met someone. We began as friends. I told him everything I went through. Our friendship turned into a relationship, and 6 months later, I got abused from him, but much worse than the first. I didn't tell my parents because I didn't have the courage to do so. So I took my abuse and hid it from them. The marks on my skin, I told my parents, is from the animals at the clinic. I used to work as a vet assistant. The road to enter was a woodsy and lonely road. There I was stripped naked and beaten. It hurt me so much after he did what he did. After he stepped out of the car, that's when I locked the doors and took a length of wire I had gotten off the ground, and I tied it around my neck and began to tighten the knot. He was outside the car, hitting the door just to open it. As for me, it was beginning difficult to breathe. I don't know how it happened, but all of a sudden, the door unlocked and he grabbed the wire from around my neck. I couldn't take any more. I said, I'm walking out. From this, if I die, I die. So I walked away. My parents knew about the first abuse, but not the second up until this day. After that, I began drinking, hanging at clubs, late hours, and having a don't care attitude. Because I didn't care anymore, I turned to drinking and alcohol as comfort. I jumped in and out of relationships. The scars faded, but the mental state didn't. I fought with depression severely. I used to sit in the corner of my room and cry and cry. I was filled with rage. The slightest thing someone told me, I got offended and lashed back at them. I was messed up. I was a devoted Hindu, but where was their so-called gods in my time of trouble and pain? But God. One night in 2010, I got this dream. I heard a voice saying to me, Jessica, what are you doing with your life? Wait, I will send someone to you. And all I could see was a person on a boat coming straight towards me. It took some months until I took heed to the dream. In August of 2010, I broke off the relationship I was in. My mom told me that September to come see someone. For a few weeks, she kept nagging at me until I took heed and went to please her. I met the person and I chatted a bit, but I found something strange about this person. The first question he asked was if I knew Christ, and the first gift he gave me was a Bible. I read it and began to cry. I gave my life to Christ that day. 3 months after our relationship, our friendship, we got engaged and got baptized. I entered the kingdom family. In August of 2011, we got married and still going strong. In 2016, we welcomed our first baby girl. The person I dreamed of on the boat was him. He used to work on a boat and travel back and forth by boat. It took years for God to remove all my depression, fear, insecurities, and rage. But up to this day, I am still a work in progress. Anyone I encounter, I share my testimony and encouragement to show God is there. He is alive. My husband asked me this question some time ago. If I got a chance to go back in time and change things in my past, would I go and change it? I told him no. I would go through the process all over again, because in the end, I met Christ and I met him. Now, God wants to do an inner healing in all of his children. It is time, he said, to not only spiritually finish the refining, but to heal and restore my children so they are perfect and ready to go forth. It is time to surrender all to the Lord so he can heal and restore you. Remember, he said it is always darkest before the dawn, and that joy will come in the morning. Your morning is so close now. All you have to do is let go and surrender every hurt. Lay down every time you've been hurt, betrayed, abandoned, or abused. Lay down all bitterness. For now, God says, is the time to heal. Let there be no more tears. No more tears, says God.